What is going on, everybody? Tonight, here's the deal. We're just talking about our favorite props and our favorite prop makers. So, anybody watching this on the replay, let me know in the comments below what are your favorite props to use for figure photography and who's making them. These are things I need to know because I need to get into a few more props and everything else. I picked up some Valaverse gear pack sets and I dig them with a caveat because it's something I've been having a problem with when it comes to Valaverse since I picked up my first few figures. And if they can just make this minor tweak, I think that Valaverse is going to just take off even more so than it already has. But we shall see because that's just the opinion of one very picky photographer. Now, we shall head to the chat where the good Mr. Matson is hanging out. 'Twas the final countdown. I saw that pop up. I was pleased. Thank you for stopping in, sir. Whew, and we're waiting. You probably saw me just sitting in the studio, just hanging out. See, props to you for this stream. Good Lord, Rex Ship. Why? Why so soon? That's all right. I'll accept a good pun. I've been accused of making them myself, so we're okay. Tragic Hero. Hey, made it on time, and I can chat because I'm done with my dio for now. Does that mean the dio's actually? I'm guessing that you scheduled some time, you were going to work on it, and you were able to nail all that time that you scheduled for the dio, and now you're like, okay, scheduled it, I can chill. We'll see though. Maybe I'm off. That happens too. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Whew. All right. So let's get into right away just these gear packs real quick. First off, almost everything about these gear packs is phenomenal. But the one thing that really needs to work doesn't work on any of them. And so hopefully some of you will have some tips because I want to get this set up front. I think Valaverse really does try to take care of their customers. My problem here is because all of these gear packs have the same problem, I'm not sure I could get a hold of them and get better replacements. It seems like something that maybe came out of the factory this way. But if any of you have any tips, let me know. And I'll get started right now. We'll start with the Spec Ops gear pack. Now, first off, I think it looks great. I always dig the way this stuff looks. And you know me, I love options when it comes to this stuff. But here's the problem with all three of the gear packs that I've picked up. I cannot get the vests to clasp at all. Now, on Kill Switch and Eclipse, I have alternate vests or armor pieces and all that I can use that do work. They're the ones that came with the figures initially. On the Spec Ops Trooper, I don't. It just won't work at all. And it bugs me because I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with the figures as far as how they move. I don't have a problem with them as far as paint or sculpt or any of that. I think the figures are really good. But the problems I've had with Duster, my very first one, his hands don't sit flush to his wrists. And then all the girls that I picked up from Wave 3, their hands constantly, I still need to blow dry them so I can pop them out and swap them in and all that stuff. And that also happened with Warpath Eclipse, which was a bummer because I thought that it was going to be fixed for that release. Although the heads have finally gotten to the point where they pop off a little easier. So to me, it's either engineering or the factory or a combination of both. Those are my problems. Again, it has nothing to do with the figures themselves. And I've been pushing on this the whole time. Let's see if it works. Okay, it's staying a little better. We'll see. We'll see if it, oh, wait. Okay, we're good for now. So let's see. But yeah, let's see if anybody's got any tricks here. I'll shorten the whole full screen deal. Whew. Tragic. You're spot on. Heck yeah. This is the reason that I thought about that is that's kind of how I work. I'll give myself like a couple hours to do whatever. And if I nail that whole 2 hours, then I'm like, okay, I accomplished this. I'm good for whatever's next. It's the only reason I thought of that. All right. Gunstar, good evening, sir. Thank you for stopping by, man. Whew. I am pushing the buttons. Tragic. I got Pandora's gear pack and placed it on Heather Swain. It does work for her. Does the gear pack, is yours able to clasp in the back? I'm curious about that because that's the one thing. That's the one problem I've had with these gear packs. They're all awesome. I love what they come with. But yeah, that's a bummer. Let's see. I thought they fixed the vest issues. Now, see, when it comes to Kill Switch and Eclipse's vests initially, like the ones that came on them, they were perfect. They worked very well. So the ones that came with the figures, cool beans. It's the gear pack vests that I'm having trouble with. But yeah, that's something that I'm trying to figure out because I don't want to glue them, obviously, because that takes away options. Andrew Sabina, thanks for stopping by, man. Are you able to close the vests while they're off the figure? You know what? I didn't even try. And I'm not sure. I might try and pop a head off and see if I can do that tonight while on stream. We'll see. But yeah, that's the one thing. Everything, like I say, all the other stuff is rad. Wave 1 mushroom pegs on the vest were terrible. After that, I haven't had an issue, but I don't have any of the latest wave yet. Okay. All right. Dang it, people. I was hoping we'd have something. Mr. Sabina, I gave a few female Action Force gear packs, and I've never had that problem. Okay. Maybe I could get a hold of Aliverse and say, guys, look, I've got this, and it won't stay. Yeah, this one came undone again. And like I say, if it weren't all three, like Kill Switches was going good for a while, and that's because I really pressed to get the peg going in on the bottom. But let's see here. All right. And now, yeah, still popping out a little bit. Now we'll try Eclipse. I love, like I say, man, I love the gear packs. I love the yelling face on Eclipse here. That's awesome. But yeah, let's see. This one, it's not so easy to tell. This is just a little slot at the very top here that should peg in, but I tried heating that up and that doesn't peg in quite right either. So I'm having trouble with that. But again, everything else is awesome. But yeah, if they do have some good ones out there, maybe I will get a hold of them and say, hey guys, I don't know what's up, but my gear packs, man. Everything else, cool beans. Tragic. I just checked and it's still closed. At first, it didn't. I put up a little heat to it and it's holding so far. All right, maybe that's it. I tried some heat when it came to the Spec Ops Trooper, but I didn't try it with the others. And maybe if I do that and really press on it a little bit, maybe I'll do better. I might be able to get something underneath, like underneath the pack here, so that maybe I can almost like get some tweezers under there maybe and try and clasp it that way. So I'll give that a shot. But yeah, again, gear packs are awesome. I love the helmet. I really love the Spec Ops gear pack. Does wonders for that figure, obviously, because it gives her stuff. LBZ, yo, yeah, I had issues with the vest with the yellow Swarm Troopers. No issues with the Horde Edition Swarm, though. Okay, and I think the yellow Swarm Troopers were the ones in the first wave. So I can see that, because I think the vest thing was pretty common in that. That's what the good Mr. Matson, he said he was having those troubles, too. So maybe I just got a bum batch somehow. Wreck Ship. Don't have much experience with Valiverse, but I know the secondaries like that and Classified also have a problem with the mushroom peg staying in place. Tripwire comes to mind and his heavy armor. All right, so far, I think what I'm going to try, I will try the heating trick. But yeah, aside from that, like I ordered these, what was it? I ordered them like Monday or Tuesday, maybe. I think I ordered them Monday, and they're already here. Now, it's not too far from Rhode Island to Michigan, But still, I was pretty impressed with how quickly that stuff got turned around. I ordered them and I got the thing the same day saying, hey man, your stuff's been shipped. So then you go to UPS and you see that it's the whole label's been created, but UPS picked them up. And like I said, it didn't take long at all. So I'm very impressed with how quickly they get this stuff out. Whew. Mr. Sabina, I think a little heat on the holes of the vest will do the trick. Okay, cool. I'll give that another shot. Like I said, I tried it with the Spec Ops Trooper, but it's not like I just sat there for a while and tried to do it. If I do a combination of the heat and maybe clamping them shut with the tweezers, maybe that'll get it done. And I will report on that in the next live stream just to see what we've got going on. Because yeah, I do enjoy what they're putting together. I think that a lot of their figures are very cool. And like I say, man, if they can nail that engineering, I'm gonna go crazy. I know, who was it? Somebody was saying, oh, it was Harry, I think, was saying that he got the Urban Commando, and he said everything about that figure's awesome. So I definitely want a few of those. So hopefully it's all kosher there. But with all that said, let's get into chatting a little bit about today's topic, which is props. I've got some windows called up, believe it or not. I'm feeling kind of prepared, kind of stoked about such things. Let's see here, share screen. I'll still narrate, of course. Alrighty. Here we go. I was just on eBay looking up a bunch of the 112 scale accessories, but I did have an order to go with here. So we will go to Valaverse. There we go. This is the Valaverse website. And I don't have Gemini yet. Does anybody have Gemini? And if so, what do you think? I mean, she looks like she's pretty much the same mold as Pandora, at least in the torso, right? And I really kind of dig the Steel Brigade. I think that's really cool. Desert Trooper, Delta Troopers, they all right. But yeah, these are, check it out, right in a row here. If the Eclipse one pops in, I got the Spec Ops gear pack, I got the Eclipse gear pack, and I got the Kill Switch gear pack. And I still haven't given Kill Switch your sniper rifle. I did plug that blast effect into it though, and it looks pretty cool. So any gear packs anybody else has ordered, or any more accessories that anybody's ordered, I still need to get one of these too. Let me know, guys. What's everybody thinking as far as gear packs and Valaverse stuff, all that good stuff? Because I'm curious. I want to know. The reason that I want to talk about props is I want to make sure that the photos are looking a little more. I like watching Warrior Evans images on Instagram. Everything he posts, these things are in a real environment. And I need to work on that with dios, and I need to work on that with adding props. So I'm just curious here. These look like props that I could definitely add, especially in an armory kind of thing. And the guns are really cool. And I love the blast effects it all comes with. I'm even thinking maybe if I go really crazy, I might need a Crimson Shadows Shadow Tin, or tin, whatever that's called, the $80 thing, just because it comes with so many guns. But yeah, that's where I'm at with all this stuff. How about all of you? Tragic. I have Gemini. She's cool. I did swap her head with the Pandora gear pack. LOL. All right. You know, I do think, because I've heard people say Gemini is kind of scary, I'm thinking that just like Vala put together the gear packs for them with all their yelling heads, you'll probably get a normal head for Gemini somewhere down the road. Just the way that I've heard Bobby Vala talking, I'm thinking, yeah, I think that's going to happen with a lot of characters. Plus, I didn't get Pandora, and right now her secondary market prices are insane. And listening to him talk, it sounds like he loves the Pandora character, so I'm willing to bet we're going to get a version 2, or maybe even, what is it that they call their special deployment series, I think is what it is, when they kind of reissue with slight paint tweaks. We're going to get either a version 2 or a special deployment series, all that stuff. I'm not worried about missing out on Pandora, is basically what I'm saying here. Ooh. Must push buttons. The golf one comes with that awesome minigun. The only problem is the forward handle is thin, and mine got stressed and snapped before I realized it. Oh, wreck ship, that sucks. Yeah, it seems that a lot of heat needs to be applied to a lot of this stuff, I guess. But yeah, that golf pack, let's open that bad boy, if it'll let me once I get out of the StreamYard window. I'm telling you, I'm prepared. I just kind of still don't know what I'm doing. Let's see here. Oh, open. Open, you fiend. Yeah, I'm a fan of that minigun. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. Does everybody else have like, I mean, it's not a problem. It opens eventually, but is everyone else, do they have what kind of a slow connection when they're trying to get on the Valaverse site? You know what I like? I love that gun, the minigun, but I really dig the shotguns. Like just these old school or older school looking, not even that old school. I just like having the shells on the side. It adds a little extra pop, I suppose. But all these, see, look at this smoke, blast, all this goes way, like a long way toward making our photos way better. Just having just these blast effects. Like I was shocked because most blast effects I've ever had in my life, they don't look that good when you take photos with them. These blast effects, they look right. They look really good, I think, and I'm stoked about them. Whew. Tragic. If you see my dial, I handmade the torches on the wall. They're powered by CR2032. Ooh, we will check out that dio here. Is it on Instagram already? Did you post it? Because I also, that's right, look at that. Look at that tab on the far right. I was thinking ahead to actually opening Instagram. So I've got that set. So let me know if you've got that thing up and we'll check those out too. Also, Mezco has lots of cool props that I use. Of course, Super Action stuff has awesome stuff. I got all 3 packs they came out with. You know what shocked me, and I've got Super Action stuff called up in those tabs as well. You don't just have to order like the massive sets. You can order smaller stuff. I had no idea because all I've ever seen from them is social media. But if you get on their actual website, they have way more than just having to get like a $30 or $35 pack. Although I still think those packs are a great deal. Yeah, those are kind of crazy. The minigun has the sick bullet effect casing effect and the larger effect for the barrel. Yeah, I'm seeing that right here. This looks insane. I love it. I'm telling you, I really think they're doing a great job when it comes to all this stuff. Barrel spins too. Ooh, I did not know that. That's sweet. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I definitely I wanna make more things happen with Valaverse for sure. Skill Raider, good evening, sir. Hey y'all. That Valaverse Action Force 79.99 tin is fire. Still on my list. It looks so good. Makes me so happy just to see something like that exists. This is something I wish a lot more companies would do. Is just a ton of packs like this are great. Yeah, my General Hawk got that shotgun. Sweet. I was thinking of it more for like, you know, Flint, because they've got this one, and I think they've got a green one as well. Green one might be, hold on, let me see here. This is just me shamelessly checking out Valaverse stuff, obviously. Was the green one was, I think, it was in one of these packs too. It might have been Delta. But let's see here. Maybe Echo. Maybe show me pictures. Dot, 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 dot. Uh-oh. Oh, all right. We're still kind of loading. Is this as entertaining for all of you as it is for me? All this to find out where that, I think it's a green shotgun. All this to find out where that shotgun is. Or it might be that it's a black shotgun with green and gold shells. Was this? I think it's Delta. Hold on. Great, googly moogly. Maybe if it is delta, it might be down here more. All right. We got to be close. We got to be close to figuring this out. Delta Trooper. Maybe they don't have the Delta pack up here. Anyway, we'll try this. Maybe I'm not seeing it in the larger picture. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's the black shotgun with the green and gold shell. See, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so you swap out the red with the green shells and put it on this shotgun. Or actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that silver shotgun's pretty rad. So maybe that's the one I'd use. Oh boy, so many things to think about. So many combinations. Wreck ship. Some of the guns from the newest sets are in the open position and they work well with the smoke effects. Yeah, I've been messing around with those a little bit. I figure they're pulled back, they cock back a little bit when they're in the middle of firing too. So I've been using those quite a bit for these. But yeah, I love that the gear packs come with that stuff. I think that's just so good. It's kind of just showing off how they're thinking, and they're thinking well. Tragic. It's on there. I use Solomon Kane and Bartholomew Vex. I don't like how the pics transferred. Huh. So do you want me to go to it, or would you rather you messed with the pics a little more? Let's see. That's right. I knew it was Dalai Lama. I probably could have found it with Dalai Lama, I suppose, but hey. But since you're saying that, let's see. Yeah. I was stoked to find that, Stu Raider. All right. Let's see here. I'm assuming, yeah, I'm okay with it. All right, cool beans. Let's go see those effects you've got here. Show me. Let's see. Boom, shakalaka. It's the one with, let's see. Is it this one? I guess I'll head back and find out. So let's see here. The torches on the wall. Okay. So it might be this one. Awesome sauce. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. How long did that take you to do? Because that's rad. And this is the Dio too. Man, you're doing some killer work. I'm liking seeing what I'm seeing here. This is sweet. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to creating an environment that we can immerse all our figures in. Like an environment, lights, all the more realistic touches that I love. Love those pics. Those are quality pics. And they work out. And I really like the lighting. I like how you've got blue and red going on. Just to add that contrast. Makes me happy. All righty. Tragic. Let's see. There are other pics too. All right, cool. Come back to that. Skew Raider Cobra emblem immediately caught the eye. Armies of the night. Evil. Taking flight. Ooh. Alrighty. Yeah, this is rad. All right. Let us adjourn to the next thing here. We will get out of here. We all know Valiverse is making quality gun packs, quality all that other stuff. Gear packs with a little heat maybe will work. And now we go to Gridiron Studios or Gridiron Props. It gets kind of confusing which is which, what they want you to call it. I had picked up, what was it? It was a Roadblock set. Here we go. Well, that's the image. Let's see if I can find it. But I had picked this up, and this is the set. I brought up the fact that I got this, and it was broken around Christmas time, I think, or when the family was up. I think my niece was playing with it and accidentally busted it. But yeah, it looks really great. Like they do a good job as far as the look and everything else. I mean, that definitely helps load out Roadblock a little bit, but it is kind of brittle. And I always felt like I had to be really careful. Like I had to heat up Roadblock's hands before I started messing with this stuff. The look is good. So if you find the pose and you can make it work there as far as the looks is concerned, they've got a lot of really cool stuff on this site. But I don't know. I don't know. Like it depends on how rough you are with your stuff. Like me, I'm kind of, I don't think I'm rough, but things break. So maybe I'm wrong. Skew Raider, Gridiron has some fire sets too. That's what I'm thinking. And I know, Tragic, you brought up Mezco earlier. I got the dual, whatever the pack was that came out with Two-Face around the time that the classic Two-Face came out. I can't remember what all it was, but it's got the Tommy gun that I use for the Joker. Almost everything else in there. I have used the bags and the coins and everything for Catwoman stealing stuff. I thought that was really cool. But most of the stuff in there after I got it, I'm like, these all have two barrels. That's no fun, except the Tommy gun. And I should have known that because I think it was even called the Double Trouble. And again, it was released around the time of Two-Face. So yeah, it's still cool though. I mean, I like the set, but I really like the Tommy gun. Like I like the round bullet chamber. Andrew, dollhouse section at Hobby Lobby can be a gold mine. We will check that out. I didn't think of that. One thing that's been awesome for me as far as props is like pet store, like aquarium supplies, things like that. You can get really cool plant looking type stuff. Another set is available from Mutton Junkyard from Marauder Gun Runners too. Let's see, 2 dog biscuits and his Mac 10. Ooh, I have Marauders open as well, so we shall check that out. Skew Raider, we've talked about it, I think, or I heard it from somewhere adjacent. $2. Ooh. $2. Ah, now I'm skipping around a lot. Let's see. I think someone here said it a couple streams back. Thanks. All right. It's possible. It's possible. We talk about all the photo things. Let's see. Yeah, the Double Trouble pack. Yep, that's the one I got. And I love the Tommy guns. I lost one of the gun effects, though, for it. Drove me crazy. Let's see. I want to say Dreadnought Ryan said it on a video. Marauders Gun Runners. All right. All right. Let's go check them out. They might be next. Yeah, here we go. We got Marauders. Let's see. I typed 112 scale accessories. This. Aha! I believe I've got it found. I love the idea of the dog biscuits. Just, here you go, boy. Here you go, junk. That's pretty cool. I love when companies just do stuff like that to totally supplement what it would be nice if other companies could do. Now, I'm not going to hold it against Lenny and the design team too much because they have to decide what's going to go with the figures based on budget and all that stuff. But it is nice when companies can come in and do something like this and supplement the product with like you guys are saying, Mutt's original gun and dog biscuits. Dog biscuits are in fact genius. But that's just one of those other things that starts adding to the props and starts making it so the photos look even more immersive, even more realistic. Makes me stoked. I love it. Tragic. Hobby Lobby has cool stuff. I love making stuff, but I will spend cash on cool 112 scale stuff. I'd recommend a 3D printer to make any custom things you are looking for. You know, one thing that I want to do, the first step here is I'm going to need to do some more product photography. I mean, that's actually how I kind of got my start with stuff, is doing product photography for automotive, for like, if you guys go to, say, O'Reilly's or AutoZone or any of those places for car parts, a lot of that stuff is aftermarket stuff. And I shot several of those sets and everything else you can get at those places. So that's kind of how I got my start with this stuff. And then I did marketing photos with all that and everything else. So I think I could probably get back in there, start sending some feelers out, get some more gigs with that kind of thing. And it pays fairly well. So I'd be stoked about that. Make that happen. Pay to have somebody do the website for me and then jump in and finish the ebook, because I really want to make an all-encompassing action figure photography guide. And from there, the next thing on Patreon to start making freebies of would be 3D printer files. So I would need a 3D printer, and I need to either learn that or maybe at that time hire somebody that could start putting the files together. So now you've got everything I'm already putting on Patreon for free, and then we could start creating those files for free. And I'd be really stoked to do that because, again, it just helps people make photos. So there's a long list of to-dos, but there is a plan. Let's see, they fit in the mouth. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. Maybe they've got, I'm looking at StreamYard and I'm trying to click the photo. Hang on. Let's see what we've got here. We're here. Oh man. Stinking Cobra Troopers. It's too bad. I'd love to see a picture of Mutt and Junkyard with his Mac and with Junkyard loading up on the bones. That would be hilarious. Whew. Let's see, Tragic. I love your plan. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Maybe I can do product photography that's not just automotive, because if any of you know what a bearing looks like, I used to have to shoot bearings, and there's very few things as boring as bearings to shoot. But I could get through them pretty fast because they're also very simple parts. All right, so we've gone through, we've talked about Marauders some. I love this set. Who was that? Was that you, Skew Raider, that brought this up? This is awesome. And now, Mr. Sabina and Tragic, you guys have brought up Hobby Lobby. And even though I didn't have that open, let's open it. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I didn't open that, and I didn't open Michael's, and I didn't open like a, what is it, Petco or PetSmart or something. One of those pet places, because, again, all the aquarium stuff is crazy. So what do you think? If I type 1/12 scale, will something come up here? .112 scale. Let's see what we got. Oh, great. Googly moogly. Yeah, I'm guessing these aren't 1/12 scale. Based on the price? Well, maybe that one. Let's see. We're getting just doll houses, model kits. Okay, miniature toaster. For $1.99, that might be 1/12 scale. What do you think, guys? Am I looking at 1/12 scale stuff? I guess I could maybe click something and check out the description. Let's see here. Choking hazard, small parts. Well, that's not helpful. Ooh, description. See, fill your doll's kitchen with appliances and pieces, blah, blah, blah. Small craft projects and much more. But it doesn't give me a scale. All right, hold on. Length 1/16 by 5/8. Width. I wonder if this is actually the product or if it's the box. I'm guessing the scale 1/12. All right, I just need to go down to the bottom. We have found, ladies and gentlemen, a 1/12 scale toaster for $1.99 plus whatever Hobby Lobby charges for shipping. That's kind of rad. And that's the stuff that I want to find. I want to find stuff like that. I actually, for Christmas a couple of years ago, I said to the family, okay, guys, find me stuff that is 1/12 scale that I can use for photos. And I'm like, sky's the limit, whatever you see. And I told them this dollhouse type stuff. And I got a bunch of just random stuff. And it was awesome because I got to take so many shots with it. And I've still got a bunch of it. So I got to find out how to work it in. Yes. All right, so we have us some Hobby Lobby going on. Dollhouse. Ah, maybe that's what I should have typed in. But the dollhouses, there's no way those things were 112 for that price. Okay, sweet. But yeah, I know it's absolutely ridiculous, but finding stuff like this just makes me happy. Aquarium things are awesome. Yes, Mr. Home Arcade and the Savage Land have been hitting up Michaels and Hobby Lobby for grass sheets. Great tips from them too. Ooh, I'll have to check those out. I saw grass sheets because I have Amazon open, I have eBay open, and I have Etsy open, and I saw some grass sheets as well. Redshift. In my experience, the Hobby Lobby stuff is closer to 1/11th scale. See, that might not be too bad. I find that a lot of the stuff that I get from Amazon feels like maybe it's true 1/12 scale or smaller. So closer to 1/11th, I guess I would probably err on the side of a little too big than a little too small because I got the set with the bar and the two bar stools, and it's great for background and trying to mess with, but the characters are clearly sitting too high for it. So maybe if I got something like that closer to 1/11th, I might be a little better with it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, at least when it comes to Amazon. Stuff's just a little smaller than it should be. They have a toolbox and tools, a crate of bottles of soda. I actually have a toolbox and tools, and they're metal tools. It's pretty awesome, but I don't have the crate of soda. Skew Raider, all kinds of plants at aquarium stores, Michaels and Hobby Lobby. Awesome dollhouse stuff too. Like Tragic Hero is saying. Yeah, like the when I found the aquarium stuff, I was just going nuts. Like they have rocks that look like they'd work perfectly. See, I use that toaster for a Ghostbusters 2 photo. Awesome, man. It's a great toaster. Like it looks like it gets the job done. I'd be a little worried about losing my toast though. And that's clearly bread. Like it's definitely not toasted just yet. So I don't know what I'm talking about there. Skew Raider, the square to spare, the square to spare shows how to make tons of cool things from scratch too. The square to spare, huh? That must be a channel, or is it an Instagram account, or what? I hadn't heard of them. I have heard of Mr. Home Arcade though, so we're good there. Let's see. I'm telling you, a gold mine. It looks like Jerry. I'm telling you, yeah, that's what it's looking like to me too. That's where I don't even think about Hobby Lobby, mostly because I don't have a Hobby Lobby around me, and Michael's tends to be kind of disappointing. So I tend to go Amazon. Like I live in a town that is not small, but it just doesn't have a lot of stuff. It's weird. It's a weird mix. I picked up 1/12 scale Persian rug. I got it on Amazon. See, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. That kind of stuff makes the photos so good. So much fun. Amazon has stuff if you type in 1/12 scale dollhouses. I have Amazon called up. I typed 1/12 scale accessories. So we'll see what that does. And if it doesn't show up anything, we'll check out dollhouses. I got the fireplace and chessboard from Amazon. Okay. All right. Now I'm just jealous. I don't have any of that craziness. Let's see. Also check out Rich's World. Tons of great prop tips for 1/12 and 1/10. Ooh. Rich's World and Square to Spare. Cool beans. Cool beans. I will need to check that. Mr. Sabina, the name of the line is Mayberry Street. Just a legion of dollhouse accessories that have worked pretty well for me so far. Really? Okay. So maybe what we'll do here, I'll get through a couple more and we'll just type in Mayberry Street and see what comes up. Skew Raider, the square to spare is YouTube and IG. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you, man. See, Rich's World on YouTube. Great stuff as far as prop stuff goes from those channels. Sweet. Yeah, learning how to do this stuff would be really cool. Time's kind of crazy though, so it might be I just want to pick up stuff. But if they have like really quick tips, I'd be all about it. All right, let's check Mayberry Street in the old search. Show me Mayberry Street. All right, we've got monitors. Oh, we have a miniature delightful den kit, but we got monitors. I don't know about the delightful den kit. Maybe, is that something where it just comes with a bunch of stuff? I don't know things. Man, the welcome mat? You're not kidding. Mr. Sabina, you have hit a gold mine. Oh, wow, you can get all kinds. Who needs cake? I mean, it's probably not edible. See, and this is the stuff, man. You guys want to decorate, like, say, set up a nice living room in an X mansion or something. You can go nuts on here. This is one of the problems, though. I could go nuts, and you'd be like, $1.49, that's not bad. And then you'd say $6.49, that's not bad. Another $1.49. I would be the guy that would just start adding to cart. Suddenly, I have a $200 Mayberry Street checkout order, and I'm going, what have I done? No. Gets rough. Mr. McDysentery, I just want to fly like a birdie in the sky. I'm so high. Well, you know, that happens. Flap those wings. Learn to fly. Do your thing, butterfly. I got nothing. Skewerator, Rich's shows how he orders the stuff from eBay, Mercari, Temu, etc. Okay, yeah, I've got eBay called up, but I don't think of Temu, even though apparently they went nuts on the Super Bowl, and I was watching those commercials. See, yeah, good call. I got the Mayberry Street windows and doors. As silly as this is, I just stopped here on accident. Didn't mean to do it. I think that welcome mat's pretty awesome. I don't know, though, what I'd have to set up some kind of apartment setting or just a door and a wall. Let's see, also 3D prints from files. Ah, okay. Does Riches do any kind of print or painting, Skewerator? Because that's one of my problems too. I'd love to get something 3D printed, but then I'd have to paint it and problems would ensue. Tragic Hero, also on Amazon, 1/12 scale bookshelves and books. Awesome. Amazon's where I got a bunch of the stuff that I have for all the things as well. Okay, so we know Mayberry Street is a great option. We've talked about Valaverse. We've talked about Gridiron Studios. Let's jump over. I wanted to show you guys this because I was really surprised by it. I think this one, Marauders, we talked about. This is super action stuff. Check this out. Like, you can buy stuff like singles, basically. You can buy just these decks of cards, or you can buy these boxing gloves. I thought the only way we could get this stuff is by buying these huge packs. And I mean, you might as well because they look pricey, but they're really not that bad when you consider what all you get. And like 4 of these beer mugs are going to be $10. But still, I was really surprised to see that you can order this stuff individually. Like, truly, I just thought we were relegated to getting the huge packs, which again, I don't mind. I was just surprised by. Now, this is key because last time we talked about Sun Wukong and how it was so key that he came with bananas or a banana. Here we've got 6 bananas and let's see, 6 apples and 2 smartphones. And it's only $10. That might not be bad. Let's see. Oh, and we've got bitten into bananas. I don't see. Oh, there's the smartphones. And I love the smartphone idea. I just think they're hilarious because you can have everybody have like the goofy characters doing the selfies and everything. Yeah, I was just surprised to see that you could order this kind of thing at Super Action Stuff when, again, I thought the only way to get any of it was by picking up a set like this, which again, I'm going to say again, apparently a few times, I think this is an incredible set. But if you don't have the $40 for this, and maybe you want to go and just get something just to add a little bit to your scenery, you can get the smaller stuff. I just think it's really cool. I was surprised. Like I said, I was surprised when I showed up here and saw that. Wreckship, not sure. He's mainly printing for himself and just sharing for ideas. He does paint some too. Mike the Hunter 203 has some cool ideas for 112 Classified too on YouTube. Man, I'm going to have to go back through this stream. We've got, let's see, Square to Spare. We've got Mike the Hunter. I think, what was it? Rich's World. And, oh man, what was the other one? I got to, anyway, yeah, I'll have to go back through this. I'll have to watch this again to get all these names. Oh, hiccup. Wreck ship. He made a boat for shipwreck. Man, I don't even want to know. You know it's a dinghy. I mean, I'm just making things up. Maybe it's not a dinghy. But that's what I was thinking when I heard shipwreck at first. I got that Casket of Cruelty. Pricey, but worth it. See, that's what I'm saying. I think that they put out some really cool stuff. And yeah, it's pricey, but to add all these props and everything to make your dio just look that much more immersive, or to make your photos look that much more immersive, even if you don't have a dio, I think it's key. I think it's huge. I purchased some 1/12 scale funny books and cool decals. Awesome, Tragic. Did you find those on Amazon too? I might need to... Like, funny books would just be hilarious. Like, have Wolverine sitting there reading an issue of Wolverine. Boatload of bananas. Gotta check out Super Action stuff. I know, man. I know. It's insane. Like, I did not know they did that until I was prepping for this live stream tonight. I clicked on them just saying, hey, thinking that it was just going to be, check out this stuff because it's a lot of cool stuff. And then I saw that. I'm like, yes. Tragic. I love Super Action stuff. Yeah. I've got a couple. I got the Bag of Violence, and I can't remember. I've got a couple of them. I can't remember what the other one's called. Super Action stuff sets are awesome. Facts, also awesome. Me, when I slow down my reading so you can make sense of it. I just got that Game On set, as you've seen in my posts. It's great. Yeah, they all look good, man. I just love the fact that we can actually create something that looks like it's just little people in a little setting, and they don't have to look like little people if you get the right scale stuff. Yeah, good stuff. If you need anything printed and painted, let me know. Appreciate it, Tragic. That's very cool. I haven't even thought about it because part of the plan has been to do that stuff, but yeah, if I don't get there, and maybe even before I get there, I will definitely, if I think of something, I will get a hold of you. Did not know they had that many bananas. Thanks, Photo Dave. You know, though, if you're going to get something with that many bananas, you're going to need that many monkeys. And Sun Wukong, I don't know. You don't want 6 Sun Wukongs, and then you don't need 6 Naga hides with monkeys with an eye patch. We're going to have to find cheaper monkeys. Maybe we can go to AWOC, get some Animal Warriors of the Kingdom monkeys. That'd work out. Those are a little cheaper. Tragic. Bad Mother Customs on eBay. Ooh, I haven't heard of them. I was going to point out GPS Lot because they've got just tons of stuff as well. Ah, what did I do? Autobot Reviews, custom cardboard boxes as buildings. Custom cardboard boxes, huh? I'll have to check those out. By the way, I don't think you've been on here before. If you have, my apologies, but if you haven't, welcome. And if you have, welcome as well. That's just me doing a whole lot of doublespeak, but thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Custom cardboard boxes. Are you talking about just taking cardboard boxes and cutting them up? Or is there something that you're doing to make them crazy? Because I definitely like to check that out if you are. Skew Raider, Bad Mother has awesome decals. Yeah, we might have to check Bad Mother out. See, Skew Raider, AWOC, LOL, yes. See, that's the only line I could think of with a bunch of monkeys. And if you're getting that many bananas, you need those monkeys. Have a couple of AWOCs so Sun Wu won't be lonely. Awesome. And because he's like he's a god or something, he'll just be the guy that's in charge of all the other monkeys. Screw that General Thane. We're going to get him in there. Autobot Reviews. I haven't been on here, and thank you. You bet, man. I hope you enjoy your stay. It's I think we have a lot of fun on here. Everybody, welcome Autobot Reviews. Skew Raider, extreme sets. You've talked about them, Dave. Love those things. See, I have talked about extreme sets when it comes to dioramas. I was thinking props, but if that's what Autobot Reviews is talking about, heck yeah. Like extreme sets is great, and you can make it work. I know some people aren't so sure they can make it work, but you can make it work with the right lighting. Wreck Ship, Autobot Reviews, one of us. One of us. I'll take it. Oh, man. Wreck Ship. What have we now? Bully! What's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. It's been a bit. Always good to see one of you guys popping by. Or many of you guys popping by. Tragic. Welcome, Autobot. Whew. I keep pushing buttons. Awesome. You guys are ridiculously cool. Thank you for being so cool when we have these little chats. I appreciate it. Whoo. Yeah, just cutting up cardboard boxes. I'm turning one into the High Council Tower for Transformers. Wow. Where do you have pictures of all this stuff somewhere? Like, do you have an Instagram that we can check out? Because that'd be sweet. I'm always recycling those things. If I could turn them into dios, something I just haven't thought of, that might work out. Trust me, man, we've got a cool crowd in here. I'm pretty stoked about everybody that shows up. Skew Raider, Extreme Sets does make some props too. Not sure if they're available at the moment, but look for them. I have seen some Extreme Sets props. I just didn't call them up because they don't have, at least last time I was there, and this might have changed, they don't seem to have tons of them. Wreck Ship, welcome to the group. It's a scary crowd. They're friendly, but they're scary. What they'll do is they'll make you try and spend your money, and it gets ugly. Let's see. I just subbed to you. Thank you, Autobot Reviews. I appreciate it, man. So let me know where your stuff's hiding out at. Let's see, tragic. I also want to shout out to Wreckship85, killer pics, man. Wreckship does awesome stuff, and I really appreciate the fact that he goes out there and he uses the backdrops that I set up on Patreon. He always makes them look good, so thank you, sir. I'm posting some pics soon on my channel community page. Autobot Reviews has a channel as well. After this stream, I will go sub to you so I can check this stuff out. Can't wait. Let's see, Wreckship. How well do they work? Yes. Wreckship is wondering. I'm sure you're talking about the Extreme Sets props. Autobot Reviews. I spend way too much money on Transformers. I don't regret a thing. See, that's why you end up taking cardboard boxes and making your dios, because all the plastic has all the money. It gets rough out there, man. It gets crazy. Man, you know what, Autobot Reviews, you're the guy to ask. So I have a theory, actually, and nobody was able to answer this before. I have a theory that Hasbro is really trying to up their game with both G.I. Joe and Transformers because they're trying to double down on their core brands. And those two have been mentioned recently, like in their last week's reports or whatever. And I'm just curious, do you think the Transformers have gotten really good, or do you think they're about the same? Let me know. I want to know, because the last time I got Transformers was Earthrise and the first wave of the cartoon, like the Studio Series 86 figures. And the engineering felt off. Things were too tight or too loose. And I ended up selling them, but I keep looking at the figures, and I think they look really good. So I'm just curious. When I've got somebody in here that's into Transformers, I want to know, do I need to jump back in? Let's see. You bet, man. No worries. I wanna grow this thing. I want everybody to just be cool, have fun, see what everybody's got going on. Let's grow this community. Let's have a blast. Wreckship. Yeah. It's good stuff, guys. Harry-O, Extreme Sets props were on sale. Ooh, we shall check that out here after I get through some of this other stuff. All right. Let's see. I'm listening. Awesome. And it looks like you're answering as well. Yes, they are. The Transformers G.I. Joe crossover has some weird toys. They were pretty bad. But I hope for the G.I. Joe Transformers movie that was teased in Rise of the Beasts may promise better toys. I saw Rise of the Beasts. I didn't hate it as much as other people, but I think my favorite Transformers movie was Bumblebee. But yeah, I definitely like that Armada Prime that came out. I thought he looked really good, and I haven't backed any kind of Transformers HasLab, but I keep looking at Omega Prime and thinking, man, that is my one collecting regret, is selling the originals of that guy. So I might end up going back and picking him up, but we shall see. That'll require selling some things. Skew Raider, the crossover comic is fire. I hope the movies will be as a result as well, or as a result too. I do too. I do too. And I still need to grab those comics. I went into my local comic book shop and I turned into an old school comic book snob because I'm looking at them going, well, these aren't first printings. And I put them down. So I'm going to need to go back there and be a little less of a snob, I think, because I do want to check those out. Bumblebee has the best Studio Series toys. I know they looked great, and I love that beginning of Bumblebee, that movie as well. But I really legit thought the whole movie was really good. But yeah, those Studio Series Bumblebee figures look great. All right. So what do we have next? What else have I called up? Okay, we've got just eBay, and I had typed in my search 1/12 scale accessories. Nothing too crazy here. We've got some blood splatter. Obviously, people are going to try and sell stuff from other companies. This looks like, well, I'm not sure there what that blood is. Let's see. Yomo, let's see. Well, you know, Yaomo. I haven't heard of them. Maybe they tried spelling something else. Then we've got a bunch of these guns. They're just printed up. We've got quite a case of money there. Again, these are just the things I like, just going through this stuff. Oh, look at that. Anybody that maybe ordered a ramen racer and has a Marvel Legends figure that they want to put a coat on, this might work in your favor if you got that Ghost Rider head. I did not order the ramen racer, by the way. Makes me sad. See, oh, this is the other super action stuff thing I got, was the firepower one. So I got the bag of violence and the firepower. Need to check that out. 1/12, let's see, briefcase. Ooh, that's pretty cool too. See, this is just where half the fun's at, is, well, some of that's a little less fun. Shoes, we had shoes up there. Spidey backpack. Yeah, man, like this is what kills me, is I can look at this stuff and I can see this again, 11.15. Man, that'd be a great purchase. It's only 11.15, and then I'd be on eBay and end up with like a $200 bill. I have a hard time stopping once I start. As you can tell, like Mr. Matson sent that Warpath Eclipse my way. Still highly appreciate. She's a great figure, but what she did was make me suddenly need to order those 3 gear packs. And that's just not something I tend to do. But because I ordered one, I had to order the others. But yeah, there's just all kinds of stuff. I forgot about the super action stuff, like food pack too. Yeah, man. eBay's got the stuff. It's got the touch. Since we have Autobot reviews here, I figured I should fire that out. Have you read the Skybound comics? I can't find the most recent releases, the last 2. I have not yet read them, but we were talking about it, like Void Wars, Cobra Commander, Transformers, and Duke. I think those are the 4 so far, but let me know if I'm off, because I definitely want to check them out. Everything I'm reading about them is good. I've had one dissenter, but other than that, everyone is saying these things are ridiculously good. Autobot reviews. I did the math the other day, and on average, my Transformers are 1/32 scale. Huh. That's not bad, actually. That fits in with my Optimus Prime. I have my Optimus, my Megatron, and my Bumblebee MDLX Transformers. And I think they're about 1/32 if we go with robot height. But they're closer to 140 something if we go with like vehicle mode. but 132nd could definitely be able to be fudged into the collection. SKU Rater GPS lot on eBay has great soft goods and some props too. Yeah, I was checking them before I just typed the accessories. I'd ordered a couple things from GPS lot because their stuff's just ridiculously good. AliExpress is a good search. I don't know why I don't automatically think AliExpress. Like people bring that up and I'll sit there and be like, oh yeah, there's a duh. I totally should have looked that up. Autobot reviews, Warpath, kablam! Transformers Brain Rot. You know what? I've actually been on YouTube. It might be the Transformers official. I've been going through series 3 or season 3 quite a bit. I have DVDs for series 1 and half of series 2. I love Transformers. It's just the last time I bought figures, I was disappointed in the Hasbro ones. That's why I was asking you about the other stuff. You see, there you go. I know of my Transformers stuff. Good old Stan Bush. Yep. He knew the things, man. He knew the things. I still watch that movie from time to time just because. That's right, Vince DiCola. Don't know why I didn't think there either when you were talking about that. All right, so we know eBay's got the stuff, almost the touch. Let's type in GPS lot and see if GPS 112th. There we go. There's some props as well. Man, and it's always good stuff. Like a lot of this stuff is wired just to make sure you can form it properly. Whoa, look at that. Selling Marvel Legends Doctor Doom stuff. See, and stuff that we don't want to see, and a lot of stuff we don't want to see. Why you gotta do this to me, GPS lot? I didn't know he had so many clothes on here. Like the stuff that I would look for would be like there'd be a cigarette pack or something that I would get because it's Wolverine and Wolverine needs such things. Magazines, Valaverse, let's see. Oh, wow. The shipping. I was going to say that's not bad, but then you look at shipping. Considering we're getting all these magazines whenever we order Valaverse figures anyway, I'm not too worried about that. 1/6 scale. What did he do with the Trouble Bubble? Cobra Flight Pod, Trouble Bubble. Oh, he's just selling the Trouble Bubble. Pre-owned. That might not be bad. That might be okay if you're not into the Televiper. Custom weapons. I'm looking for just crazy stuff. Like everybody's got guns. Here we go. This maybe isn't. Oh, the sewer furniture pack. What do you think he's talking about there? That's really not bad, though. Like, that could be a good set for anything. It wouldn't have to be a sewer lair. Man, every time I push a button, you guys are chatting. Appreciate it. Teeny Tinies is the 5 and below line to check out. Some items are big, but the rest are good stuff. Teeny Tinies, 5 and below. Huh. Okay. I will check that out. What's everybody thinking of this? I think this is a pretty cool set, especially for $20. But I didn't look at shipping. Hang on. Let's make sure that it is just $20. I'm sure there will be some shipping. See, $5.96. That's not bad. That's not terrible shipping for something that size. That looks pretty good, actually. I'm kind of impressed with this set. Yeah, who knew I'd just be clicking on eBay and being like, hey, yeah, this is kind of cool. Here's the weird stuff. He used to have just some shirts that are kind of crazy. Oh, no. Those are the Mattel shirts. We got a pitchfork, guns. There's like, he had, okay, we're getting a little weirder here. 12 scale, trash, garbage, street. Let's see. Yeah, see, this kind of stuff. I have that Dio from, oh my God, why am I blanking on High School Creations? Good Lord. Anyway, that one came with a dumpster and a couple trash bags and just all this stuff to give you your city look and all that. That's not a ridiculous price for those things either. Love props. I love them all. I love making things awesome. Ooh, And $3 shipping. That's not ridiculous either. I will now push buttons. Great, googly moogly. Reckship, has anyone used any of the mini brand stuff? I was wondering that the other day, like a KFC mini brands thing came across my feed, and I don't know what the scale is on that stuff. So hopefully, since I'm seeing quite a bit here, somebody will have answered your question. About reviews, I never thought I'd say this, but bots were were better. Oh man, I must have missed. So help me out. Oh, good Lord. I must have missed the whole conversation there somehow. Saw they're doing a whole set of branded KFC stuff. Yeah, see, that's exactly the one I saw. But yeah, many brands have apparently been around for a while. I didn't know much about them. Tragic. LOL. I picked up 112 scale playing cards. My Gambit from BBTS should be coming in tomorrow. Dude, that's awesome. I got some of those playing cards, but I got them for the Joker. But they're going to work perfectly for Gambit, which I'm fortunate enough to have. And I never thought to use the paper trading or playing cards for Gambit. So thank you for that. And he is, I'm going to tell you now, truly, you'll get that Gambit and you'll sit there and you'll wonder to yourself, why does anyone ever bother to try and make another 112 scale Gambit? He is that good. And a lot of Mayfix figures are very good. Some are even that good. But Gambit is one of those figures that just makes it so no one else should even try to make a 112 scale Gambit. It's so good. Anyway, yeah, those playing cards, those are going to be rad. And I can't wait to see what you do with Gumbo. That's very cool. Congratulations. TMNT, that's what I'm thinking. Absolutely. I'm thinking we have some TMNT couches, chairs, little end table. See, pizza stuff is right on scale with TMNT turtles and classified. Some burgers and drinks can run big, but good stuff all around. Huge line, especially on sale. So we could probably, guys, fudge it a little bit for photos. For photos? Seriously, I need to slow down a little bit. But yeah, man, that would be, I need to look more at mini brands because they don't seem crazy pricey. But they need to be looked at because it might be fun to just add that stuff to pics. I picked up a grill set from Five Below that was great. Man, I do have a Five Below somewhere near here. I'll have to check that out. I might be thinking of the one in the town Mom lives in too. Let's see, Tragic Hero, you got to BBTS too. There you go. I think a lot of people end up going to BBTS because they're just so reliable. They're so good with customer service. So I can't even though the prices are a little high, there's not much I can complain about with BBTS. KFC stuff should be good size. The pizza sets are definitely the right size. Some stuff runs big. If you can find a review, you may want to watch first for KFC stuff. Not sure, maybe good though. Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know. I mean, if you get, my guess is some of it works well for 112, some of it probably works well for 1/10. So if you have a collection that has both scales, you might be all set. And I'm coming dangerously close to ending up with both scales because I keep looking at that stinking NECA D&D line. Let's see, can you imagine like Warduke eating a bucket of chicken? That would be entertaining. Autobot reviews. I buy little green army men packs for military soldiers and custom paint the accessories for my Transformers. That's quality, man, especially when you're in deep on a Transformers line. That's a great way to pull it off. See, so the accessories, do little green, so, okay, I remember little green army men, but do they make them so they come with accessories now, like actual accessories? Or are you talking like you'll paint the rifles? Because I haven't bought any or really paid attention to them in a long time. Harry-O, the mini brand stuff is hit and miss. I buy it from Macari, so no blind box. Oh, okay, so mini brands are blind bags. Huh, all right. I'll have to be more careful. I've never liked the idea of blind bags. It drives me crazy. Oh, great, googly moogly, I just skipped. Don't worry, we'll get back to that Autobot reviews. I skip stuff. Hold up. Is that a 112 scale TMNT living room furniture set for 20 bucks? Wild. It is. I don't know if it's, I mean, I assume it's a custom one. I assume it's 3D printed. I didn't really look at the description. Here, let's head back to that real quick. And I'll go find it. Well, never mind. I had it open in a different window. Hang on. See if I can find it again. I think it was towards the top here. Or was it just when I looked up 112 scale accessories instead of GPS lot? Yeah, let's head back there. We're looking, we're seeing what we can find. And by we, I mean me, because for some reason I thought I'd include everybody in the we there. It gets very weird when I talk. Man, where is it? You know what? Why didn't I just click on that stinking little... Oh, boy. All right, let's head back. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. I typed before it was GPS lot 112. And what did we click on? What did I click on when I was down there? It was just me cycling. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Never mind. All right. I somehow just missed it scrolling through. Check out the description here. Item specifics. New. A brand new, unused. Okay, that's just eBay's generic thing. See if we can get an actual description on this thing, though. Description. Here we go. For sale is a pack of the furniture I sell for a sewer lair bundled together to save you some money. The pack includes one, let's see, 3-seat couch, one armchair, one coffee table, one end table. Made to be in scale with NECA cartoon line. TMNT, thank you for looking. So I don't know if it's 3D printed. My assumption is it probably is, and he painted it up. But either way, yeah, 20 bucks for this set. And the shipping, if I recall, I think it was like $6. Yeah, the shipping is $5.95. So title here, 112 scale sewer furniture pack. Check that out on eBay if you want it. There's even a buy it now. And if we click that, my assumption is the buy it now is for the 20 bucks. Let's just see what happens. Let's see. Shoot. I don't want to go too far into this, but my assumption would be that the buy it now is 20 bucks. But yeah, go for it. If you're thinking it looks good, game on. That's half the fun of doing this. Hey guys, we found something that someone else can spend money on instead of me having to do it all the time. Yeah, jerks. SKU Raider. Also, don't sleep on Dollar Tree and Final Faction, especially. Good, cheap stuff mixed in there. I've heard about Final Faction. There's somebody that follows me on Twitter, Bobby Mayberry, and he goes nuts with Final Faction stuff, and it looks ridiculously good. Final Faction, though, I think he said it's Walmart. Is it something you find at Dollar Tree, or is it just Walmart? Or did he say Dollar Tree and I'm just completely misremembering? Because that'll happen from time to time, too. Autobot reviews. I have KFC Ultra Magnus. Does he eat chicken? That's what we want to know. Like, does KFC Ultra Magnus, does he survive on Energon? Or is it KFC? Hey, it's a big piece of chicken. Gungo and roadblock size. Coleslaw, too. You know what? At that point, if you're feeding Ultra Magnus from KFC, you just need to buy him an actual meal from KFC. I think that's how that would have to work. Because, especially if he's actually eating the chicken. Magnus is crazy like that. You never know with mini brands until you see it. Yeah, maybe I will check out reviews. Because, especially like Hario said, if it's blind boxes, that's never much fun. Spaded one. NECA D&D, my interest is peaked. They showed off the first repaint today, Strongheart, on blister card, painted like the 80s toy. I saw that, and I have to say, I probably wouldn't get those because my thing with D&D isn't that I'm really nostalgic at all for them, even for the cartoon. and I never played the game. I just think when I've seen the figures in stores, they look so good. So that might be my next little mini line to jump into. I would get the original color schemes, but hey, all power to everybody that has nostalgia for the property, because it's not that those don't look good. It's just that I think I prefer the original paint schemes a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, Strongheart, I saw that. And I was like, oh, so that's how they're going to repaint these things. And it seems to be perfect for what they're going for with the LJN thing. BBTS has my wallet. Maybe if your wallet is like mine and you could call it Mr. Stabby, maybe it'll try and escape BBTS. It's like, you cannot have me. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. Autobot reviews. I'm talking about the barrels and tanks and stuff that I custom paint for urban settings for my Transformers. Okay. So they come with the little army men. So they have to have like the army men, and you get those things that fit with the army men. My assumption would be that's pretty cool, because those would be about the right size, I think. That's awesome, man. Because I keep wondering about what can I get to scale, and I end up looking at scales like Transformers, like Optimus Primes, I think would be 1/18 scale. Mr. Matson, you should check out Army Gear for tiny soldiers for Transformers. Huh. Army Gear, that might be cool as well, especially if you're trying to do a Transformer style. That's something I'm having. Oh yeah, eBay has tons, or Etsy has tons of stuff too. Yeah, I've got Etsy called up there. But that's something too that I've thought about, is if I want to, like, one of the reasons I don't take tons of MDLX pictures is because I don't have any kind of setting to put them in. So I keep wondering, should I start trying to get stuff to help that out with? Get a little more stuff going on with them a little bit. Last time I bought from D&D, I bought a Mixmaster from Revenge of the Fallen because he looked better than the Studio Series one. I got it out of the box and it broke straight out of the packaging. I do not like that. I do not like that at all. Revenge of the Fallen. How old was that figure? Out of curiosity, because like I said, it just seemed like tolerances were off when I was picking some up. Tragic Hero. I do want to get into the Shadow Demons from Super 7 D&D. I have the whole Hasbro line. Not sure if I'll get the whole set again, but if they move better, I might for photos. I'm kind of wondering about that, because the Hasbro ones, when I would see them, it didn't look like they moved insanely well, and we know that Super 7 doesn't tend to have crazy articulation. But it would be interesting if they ended up with better articulation than the Hasbro ones. I just, like I said, I never had like that nostalgia for that line, but they look good. I can't fault. Super 7 stuff tends to look good, especially in the renders. Let's see, Skew Raider. NECA figures have tons of great accessories. Example, Alpha and Kino figures, both versions of both. I love Kino's like the punching bag. I think that would be a lot of fun, especially with Big Bola coming. And I believe it was the good Mr. Matson that brought up Sergeant Slaughter with the blue boxing gloves from the Mad Marauders. That'd be fun. Yeah, NECA has killer accessories for sure. I just don't have enough NECA figures to stockpile those accessories. And the best ones that I have, the Invisible Man Donatello, he came with probably the most useful accessories for a lot of different stuff. Autobot reviews. Final Faction is actually good. That's what the dude's saying. Bobby has been saying, dude, you gotta check out Final Faction. But my stuff has mostly been 1/12 scale. So I just haven't gotten into that smaller stuff. Dollar Tree, let's see, owns Final Faction. Okay, so maybe it wasn't Walmart, or maybe Dollar Tree sells them to Walmart. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Dollar Tree because you guys are all firing that off, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. So let's stick with that. I might have to check, because like some of the stuff he builds is ridiculous. Skew Raider. Dollar Tree has Final Faction for sure. Not sure about Walmart's. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will definitely, next time I'm in a Dollar Tree, I'll check that out. Final Faction robot arms I put on my bats. Oh, sweet. Like the G.I. Joe classified? That'd be pretty cool. I love those classified bats, by the way. They're the first ones that I considered complete figures. Let's see, they make perfect backpacks. Ooh, man, okay. I might have to be checking that stuff out, especially if it'll work with 1/12 scale. Spaded one. I never cared about D&D at all, but the NECA line is great. Even without nostalgia, they make great medieval fantasy characters. That's what, yeah. I'm not even looking at them as like fantasy. Obviously, they are. I'm just looking at them like there's a strong heart in the mire that's by me. And when I go there, I just look at them. And I know if I grab them, it's a rabbit hole, but I can't help but just look at it and be like, this thing's awesome. I think they have a Zarek too, and that's cool as well. But every time I see Zarek, I think of Transformers because of Scorponok. So I don't know. Maybe he's what happened to Zarek after Transformers was over. He ended up turning into a little troll looking dude. Skew Raider. WWE has decent cars and trucks if you find them on sale. Mattel Elite. I've seen some of those and I've been curious about those. Like I saw the ambulance and I thought that might be kind of cool. But I got to watch, as far as cars go and everything, I got to watch the space there for now. We'll see. I might make adjustments. Gun Bunny Customs has done wonders with the WWE trucks. Oh man, I am Skew Raider. You know, I'm just gonna have to go back through this and look at all these chats because I didn't have a file open, so I could just type in all this stuff. But I will definitely be checking it out. I didn't expect to get so many great, like, responses for that stuff. The Mixmaster had only came out in 2020. When was Earthrise? Was Earthrise around that same time? It was before, like Earthrise was before Kingdom, and then after Kingdom, was that when they got into Legacy? Not sure. Let's see. Skew Raider and Laserpants recommended the Bratz car. I have seen Laserpants recommend the Bratz car. It's almost to the point where it's a joke at this point, which cracks me up. I'm pretty good with it. The Potato Mobile in effect. Nice. 1/12, 1/10 car if you can find them at good price. I have seen them. They look a little big, but we shall see. We shall see. It all depends on how everything else goes. Mr. Matson, I missed the BBTS Gambit restock. I hesitated. Oh, man. Plus side, it seems to me that a lot of places, whenever Mafex stuff gets released, something will pop in and out of stock. So just watch for it, and hopefully it comes back somewhere. Again, I want to put together a sheet that just has all the toy companies, like all the e-stores across the globe, and then like put them together in, here's the Japanese sites, here's like the American sites, here's the UK sites, whatever sites I can find, just so whenever we have things like that drop, somebody has a sheet that they can just click real fast on them and be like, okay, here's Gambit here, here's Gambit here. Oh crap, this place is out of Gambit. Whatever, like kind of how we did the other night when we were looking for Carnage. Autobot reviews. I have the Final Faction aliens as background characters for my Nebulon set. That's a great idea, actually. Because the Nebulons, it wasn't like they had funky skin and all that stuff when it came to the cartoon. I think they basically looked like just regular humans when it came to the comic, but I don't remember for sure. A black Zarak? That's what I'm saying. The Zarak is even wearing a black cloak. You need to find him. He's a D&D figure. He's a little troll dude, but it still cracks me up because that's what I think of. See, Earthrise was during 2020, 2021. Okay, that's what I'm wondering is if at that time, whatever was going on, the engineering just might not have been as good as maybe it is today because I hear really good things about stuff today. All right, I'm finally going to head out soon. I have to work on a Dragonstorm flashback review from TFS. All right, game on. I will check that out. Transformers The Lost Knight. I checked that out. I will check out the review for the figure, but please don't make me watch the movie again. That's all I got. Thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. It was cool to have you in. Hopefully you can make the next one. Skew Raider, take care, Autobot reviews till all are one. Yeah, I should have slipped into the Prime voice a little earlier, I suppose. I heard Megatron saying that. I've been on a big Transformers kick as far as looking at a lot of stuff lately on YouTube. All right. So what do we have? We had Etsy, but we kind of just go through, you know what? Look at that phone booth. That's pretty cool. But it's also it's also about $90. Wow. Tell me that's not just the phone booth. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see what this is. I mean, it's cool, so I don't want to bust the person selling it. It is just the phone booth. Man. We got an Eddie sighting. The phone booth is cool. What do you think of that, guys? I don't know. I was just going to kind of skip the Etsy thing, but that was kind of cool. Oh, and there's some comics there as well. That booth is fire. It is fire. And I want to see, ooh, the TV next to it's lit up too. I'm realizing that the light up is what makes everything crazy. And my assumption is when you're somebody that's putting this stuff together, you got to set up all the wiring and everything inside the actual thing so that you can make it work, which is a lot of time. So I don't disrespect the time component of all this at all. I think that there's a lot of work that goes into this stuff. $35.60. And my assumption is also you could probably swap out. Man, this is old school right here, baby. You want an 80s TV? We've got you covered. Yeah, Etsy has some cool stuff. And Etsy is kind of, I sort of feel like this is where you can find a lot more customizer work, which is really good stuff. So I'm stoked about that. And then this is just straight up fun. We've got Cap, we've got Amazing Fantasy. Wow, they went with like big time comics for this. $5, 1/12 scale pile of comics. I can't imagine shipping is too insane. Let's see, cost to ship, $3.96, so basically $4. $9 for these 5 comics. That might actually be worth it. That could be kind of fun. I gotta see if they open. I mean, they're printing. You gotta love the images people use for this stuff. Okay, let's see. They're just holding them shut. Maybe they don't open, but it's still something that would be cool to have. You could decorate, like set up a comic book shop kind of thing. Hang these things all up in there. That'd be fun. Crazy stuff. I digs it though. See, you see NECA's Bride of Frankenstein Deluxe Monster comes with great accessories and a chair display. I did see that. And that's also going to be something that's going to make for some killer props. NECA nails it. And if I had, let's see, I don't. I have that Invisible Man Donatello, right? Oh, you know what? Hang on. He has, see here, we'll get out of this just real quick. But this is to everybody's point about how great NECA's stuff is for all this. He's got this crazy little, look at that bad boy, telescope, not telescope, Jesus, microscope. Why am I blanking on words? Anyway, yeah. I mean, you guys aren't kidding about NECA stuff. So, and this would work, let's see. I'd say we could probably fudge it with Valaverse as well, even though I would say that the figures for the monster turtles are more 1/10 scale, even though I think the comic turtles tend to be closer to 1/12. But who knows? Yeah, the NECA stuff, this is rad. That is cool. Yeah. You gotta love all that stuff. It's quality, quality stuff, people. How can you not dig? Monster Force will have some nice accessories. The Santa line, also from Fresh Monkey Fiction and BBTS, has good props too. Man, Monster Force is one of those lines. Again, it's going to depend on how well I make Toypixx work this year. But Monster Force has a character called the Donner Party, and I might live in Michigan, but I grew up in California and Nevada, and the Donner Party was part of our elementary school education. So, like, and that's about where it happened, was in that region. So I'm kind of like, even if I don't go nuts on Monster Force, I need the Donner Party. But I feel like I would go nuts on Monster Force just because some of those designs are so cool. But who knows? I don't know things. I'm just scared of all the rabbit holes I'm looking at right now. Spaded one. Got a few NECA Mike Myers and Jason Voorhees, and you basically got a whole scale tool set, or get a few. Man, I've got a toolbox full of 1/12 scale tools, and the tools are metal. I just don't use it much. I haven't found the right occasion to do so, but maybe that's something I could do with, say, you end up with the Vanguard, you've got Reaper, and maybe he uses, like, there's a wrench in there. He's using that to work on the Vanguard. Something happens, you could do that kind of thing with him, maybe. Oh no, I have to figure out, maybe that's something I should do. Recently, what I've been doing is kind of deciding on how to take pictures via, like, around a figure. Maybe what I should be doing is think about taking pictures around the tool set and other props that I have. Just make it so you know which figure's using them, but they're more the focus. That would be a different kind of way to go, I suppose. Skew Raider. Put Donner Party on a custom Apple. Let's see, Apple II playing Oregon Trail. That would be horribly wrong, and that's why it's so hilarious. I would totally do that. Apple IIc, huh? Monster Force scares me because Mr. Stabby Wallet is going to kill me. I know, that is the problem. The stinking wallet hates us all because we love all this stuff. But man, yeah, Monster Force it's one of those lines that looks so good, and I try not to do much with it because I don't even want to look at the stuff because I know how great it looks. Mr. Stabby is active and looming, lying in wait. I'm telling you, I need a drawer for Mr. Stabby that has a lock that can only be unlocked from the outside. He's an angry wallet. Dave, Mr. Stabby merch, gotta do it. You know what I've been thinking about? I have been thinking I could make a couple t-shirts that are Toypixx stuff, put them on Spring or Redbubble or whatever, and start coming up with a Mr. Stabby graphic. That would be kind of funny, just for toy collectors. Any kind of collector would understand the concept of Mr. Stabby. So that would be kind of fun, just a little Mr. Stabby character. Tragic. For cheap props, print things out and paste a cardboard box and cut them out. Huh. So, like, print things out. Oh, gotcha. So just print an image of something and then cut out the cardboard. Okay, got it. So it could be something that a character could hold. Like if they're looking at a picture frame, for instance, print out the picture frame with the picture inside it. They've got that going on. That's a good plan too. That would work, especially if it's kind of in the background so you don't have to see that it's all cardboardy and stuff like that. Tragic. Yep. Stabby. Mr. Stabby. It's an angry wallet. It is. And I think we all suffer from such things. Now let's see what else we've got here, because we were messing with quite a bit. We might be about set. Yeah, I love these. I do. I dig these comic ideas. Let's see here. Amazon. I mean, we've all got the Amazon accounts, I assume. But check out this stuff. Like, just ridiculousness here. We've got baking stuff. Now, I myself am not a baker, so I'd have to have, like, some kind of character show me what's up with all this. But just that stuff to make things look a little more realistic. I would enjoy that. Now, again, anytime I've gotten something on Amazon, it tends to run, I think, probably true 1/12 scale, and almost everything I've got is between 1/12 and 1/11. So it's a little small, but I think that for things like this, I don't think it would matter that much. I think it's pretty good stuff. I think it would work out, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Amazon's always got a lot of really cool stuff going on. And of course, I've got my little beer mugs and all that. I didn't get those from Amazon. I think those were from GPS Lot. That is, of course, when Wolverine needs to be doing his thing. And they were super clever and blurred out what this logo could possibly be. I don't know. But we all know this is probably coming from China, and I'd be willing to bet those logos are actually there. But let's see. What else do we have? I'm just playing at this point. It's no good. No dice. What the crap am I thinking? Great, googly moogly. I lost everything. All right, here we go. I was messing with too much stuff at once. Let's see, even for walls or boxes, tables. That's a good plan. Like any of that stuff, build it up, glue it, do all that, and just set it up somewhere where it's harder to see it's cardboard, or you can even print out wooden paneling kind of thing and glue that on top. I sent an IG image with a Final Faction robot arms backpack on a bat. Let's go, give me a sec. We'll get through that stuff. We'll check it out. Get through a couple of these. Love that Final Faction bat idea. Yep, we'll check it out. Have wings for additional Swarm customs. Ooh. See, Swarm is something I missed out on. And unfortunately, the one I really dig when it comes to Swarm is that original color scheme. I did it when the first bats came out. That's how I got connected with Punk. Man, I was going to watch that live stream the other night, by the way, and then I'm just exhausted, and it wasn't coming out till I think 10 my time. So I've got to catch a replay. Sorry I missed it. I really was going to check it out. I even had clicked on the icon, and I was checking it, and I'm like, oh, man, awesome. All right, Mr. Matson, let's go. Let's head over to IG so I can find that thing. All righty. Show me messages. All right. Click, click, click. Why? That is sweet. Let's double check, make sure everybody's seeing this. Oh, yeah, everybody's got this. That is really cool. And that was just picking up Final Faction. Now, isn't Final Faction a smaller scale? Or is that just you picked up some Final Faction stuff and was able to put it together to do that stuff? Curious on that one. Because that is sweet. Like, that gives the robots just this whole other freaky dimension. Almost want to wash on it, too. Oh, that's rad. Hiya! I completely agree, Skew Raider. That is ridiculously cool. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at Final Faction a little more. I never thought about the fact that maybe I could build it up to make it kind of something that I could use with my 1/12 scale figures. Skew Raider, yeah, but the accessories are good size and work with 1/12. Okay, cool beans. That's right, cool beans. That is, yeah, you're not kidding, Tragic. That is freaking cool. Yep, it's smaller scale, but a lot of it scales with 1/12. And is it, so can you, it looks like it's something that you can build on, right? Like you can build different things coming out of, like just buy some sets and build something. Like, did you build those arms or did they just come off of something? I guess is where my curiosity is for this. I need to figure things out. I need to understand more before I go crazy. I had no idea about the bat upgrade possibilities, only had gotten wings so far. Man, and yeah, like I said, the bats to me are some of the coolest G.I. Joe classified figures. So getting stuff to add on to them, that's rad. That is way cool. Man, guys, okay. This is a quality prop chat, man. I'm pretty excited to have this discussion tonight. So thanks. Let's see. The arms were a single accessory pack. Okay, got it. Man, I wouldn't have thought of that at all. That is very cool. All right, I think I've pretty much gone through what I was talking about. Tragic. Just as important as having props is lighting. If you haven't covered it before, I think you should cover 3-point lighting. I might do that. We might talk a little bit. The problem is I tried, and it's a problem to solve. It's not a problem as in, oh, it can't be done or anything like that, right? I tried using my smartphone, cell phone, whatever you want to call it, to show how to use a little bit of, what was it? Just how to use the camera app in the iPhone so that you could do portrait mode and just real basic stuff with the iPhone. And I'd have to keep holding it at an angle. Things were weird. A lot of people didn't have iPhones, and it just kind of turned into a mess. I think if I were to try 3-point lighting, I'd probably need a 2-camera setup. And that might be something I can do. It looks like StreamYard will allow a 2-camera setup. The only thing is I'll have to use like the laptop for the real camera to show the 3-point lighting, and my smartphone for the secondary camera to be like, hey guys, I'm still here. So yeah, that might be the way to do that. But I appreciate the suggestion. I know lighting is one of those things that definitely is something that people could use. And people ask about. Mr. Manson sent what the packs look like. Ooh, appreciate it, sir. I will check those out too. Let's see here. What else did we have? There was, what did I have? Oh, okay. That's when we were checking out a little bit. Which one was this? Home Depot-age. All right. Aha. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I might check that out because I hear these are super cheap too. My problem is super cheap even leads me down rabbit holes. It's a problem. It's a problem, guys. And Mr. Stabby, that is an angry wallet, as I'm sure you all are well aware. Anywho, it seems to be about that time, so I want to take a set. Thank everybody for showing up. It's been a blast. I love learning about all the prop stuff. I love learning about all the stuff that's going to help us make our photos way cooler, way more immersive. I want more immersive photography, and I hope you guys take this opportunity to check a bunch of this stuff out because, yeah, rad stuff for a whole lot of cool pics, and that's kind of what Toypixx, oddly enough, is kind of about. So, again, thanks for stopping by, and until next time, have fun and happy snapping. Now, very awkward face. Let's try awkward tonight.